Okay, let's dive in. Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive. This is where we take your source material, could be anything, research, notes, articles, and really unpack it for the key insights.
Right.
Basically, we do the sifting so you don't have to. And today, we've got something quite practical. It's from a recent gardening note somebody shared, focusing on a clever little hack in aquaponics. The real aha moment here, the interesting bit, it's not some brand new gadget. It's about looking at something super common, standard seedling trays and finding a totally different, really practical use for them in an aquaponic system.
Yeah, and that's really fitting for aquaponics, isn't it? Because the whole approach often relies on being resourceful, making do, repurposing things. It's a closed loop system, fish waste feeding plants, so efficiency is key. Finding a smart way to adapt something you already have, like for starting difficult seeds or giving plants a different footing, that's exactly the kind of practical innovation you see.
Right. So how did they actually do it, according to this note? It starts with those black plastic trays everyone knows. The 10-20 seedling trays, I think they're called. Standard size, about 10 by 20 inches.
The standard flex.
Yeah, those. But the clever part is they weren't using the whole thing. It sounds like they used sections, pieces that were already cut up, maybe for another reason, like fitting into watering trays.
Okay.
And here's the detail that apparently makes it work. Standard square sponges fit perfectly into those cut sections, like just right.
Interesting. So sponges in tray sections. Why, though? I mean, what's the advantage in an aquaponics setup? Does the note explain the benefit?
It does, yeah. It seems this setup, just sitting there alongside the regular grow pots, tackles a couple of issues. First, it makes germinating larger seeds easier. Sometimes they struggle to get established in just clay pebbles or rock wool.
Right, they can get washed away or not have enough stability.
Exactly. And second, it lets you grow plants directly with roots in the water using those sponges just for stability. So it's an alternative to the usual media for some plants.
Huh. That is clever. Usually you think about net pots or maybe specific collars for that kind of thing,
Yeah.
but just cutting up an old tray and using a sponge, that's really, well, resourceful.
Yeah. And the note is clear. This isn't like a proven finished method. They specifically say it's experimental, something they've just set up and are, watching over the next few weeks to see how it pans out.
Okay, so let's sort of summarize the main takeaway here. It really boils down to a neat example of practical adaptation, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Taking a super common, cheap item, the 1020 tray, and repurposing it, maybe unconventionally. Just by cutting it up and adding sponges, they potentially solve a real problem in their aquaponic system, specifically for bigger seeds or direct water contact.
It's the specificity that's cool, I think. Not just reuse trays, but using cut sections of that specific size tray.
Hmm.
And the fact that square sponges happen to fit so well. It shows how resourcefulness is often about seeing potential in everyday stuff, right?
Exactly, and integrating it into what you've already got. And the fact that it's still an experiment is important too. It highlights that, gardening, building systems like this, it's always a bit of trial and error. You try something, you watch, you adjust. It's a process.
Definitely. So thinking about this for you, the listener, this simple tray hack kind of challenges us, doesn't it? To look at ordinary things differently. I mean, if a cut piece of plastic tray can solve a specific gardening issue so practically, what other, waste materials or just common objects lying around your space
Hmm.
or your garden, workshop, maybe even the kitchen, what might have some hidden, unexpected potential for a project you're stuck on, or maybe a new idea? What common thing are you just not seeing the potential in yet?